Hey everyone, I'm the Bearded Zeno, and this is going to be Clicking Phoenix's review of X-Men Days of Future Past. First off, I want to apologize for the black bars you are seeing on the side of the screen here. I don't know how to fix it. I'm filming with an iPad right now because I'm in between cameras because my old camera broke. So, this is the best I can do, otherwise there would be no content going up. And I hate that I have to put up such horrible quality, but like I said, it's the best that I can do right now. So, hopefully you can just put up with it for a little while. Like I said, I'm trying to get the funds to get a new camera, HD 1080p. Also something that I can film short films on. So, yeah, that's a big dream of mine. But anyways, let's get on to the review of X-Men Days of Future Past. And it's perfect. It's perfect. In my opinion, it is perfect. The movie is so good. If you're an X-Men fan, if you've seen every single one of these, all 6 of them, including the shitty ones, that is a damn fine movie. It is. It really is. I don't want to delve into too many spoilers, but it fixes all the wrongs from X-Men 3, X-Men Origins, and, anything that happened that is generally considered as shit by the fans from X2 onwards, fixed. Bryan Singer came in and said, y'all done fucked up this franchise that I built. Screw it. I'm fucking fixing it all, and I got the perfect story to do it from the comics. Days of Future Past. And it works wonderfully. It is so beautiful the way that it is done. There's one thing that's a little jarring, and it's the time jump. You see the timeline going from the Wolverine up to Days of Future Past, it doesn't exactly add up. You saw the end credit scene of the Wolverine was Wolverine in an airport with Professor X and Magneto, and there was a logo for Trask Industries. And like, oh yeah, hey, Sentinels, hey, that's leading in. But when the movie starts out, you've seen that the Sentinels have already ravaged Earth. It's the apocalypse, basically. And this is years and years and years and years after Wolverine. I would estimate 20. Especially with the big jump in technology. It's a huge time jump. And that's a little jarring going in. And another thing that I hate, and a lot of movies do this, it just started out with action. And I get it's a big summer movie, it's a lot of action. Oh yeah, action movie, action movie. But I like a movie to have a build, a nice work into the plot instead of just like, oh hey, here it is just a non-stop throw ride from beginning to end, Unless it's the middle part of a trilogy or something where it ended high, and that one has to end high to, basically have the climax of the story, and then end and have a resolution at the end of the 3rd film. Well, this is the 7th X-Men movie. Yeah, 7th. And this is a whole new story, bridging the gap with these characters, and there's some new characters that we've never seen in an X-Men movie before in the opening sequence, like Bishop. So, I would like for him to have at least a small introduction, Give us a little bit more time to stew in the world, Maybe 20 minutes before it all kicks off. That would be great for an extended cut, I get they have to cut down stuff, and if you're going to cut down stuff that's not crucial to the film, and fighting into the future, that's not exactly crucial, especially when the bulk of your film takes place in the past. But still, I would like to have seen that. But that's not a negative. It's just a personal gripe for me that it just started out like, oh, here we go, here we go, here we go, here we go, here we go. But then again, that is the X-Men's lives now. They are running from the Sentinels. They are like that on a daily basis. So, that's a little bit of a downside. But then it moves to the future, the past, sorry, and that's where the movie gets really good, in my opinion. Really good, because it brings in the first class actors. Wow. I gotta say, I just still love that the first class cast. is so good. So good. James McAvoy is Xavier. Michael Fassbender is Magneto. I mean, you can't go wrong with Michael Fassbender. I mean, the guy made me believe that he was an android in Prometheus. So, and the big show stiller, something that I was completely worried about and completely down on. I never said this publicly, but I thought Quicksilver looked like shit. I thought it was going to be the cheesiest part of the entire fucking movie. Seriously, I thought, you saw the costume for Quicksilver, I'm like, silver hair, it looks like some kind of weird anime band. But I was pleasantly surprised. The guy that got to play him did a great job. I don't know his name, but I know he was in Kick-Ass, which is weird because Aaron Taylor Johnson, the guy who played Kick-Ass, is going to be playing Quicksilver in the Avengers Age of Ultron. So that movie's, Kick-Ass spawned 2 Quicksilvers? Okay, that's a little strange. But that was easily one of the best sequences in the movie. What was the song they used? It's something with time in it. It's a really classic 70s song. But that was one of the best sequences ever. You just see that he is having fun. I like that. I like that a lot. And of course, the Dinklage. Peter Dinklage kills it. Oh, God. I mean, his character is wooden, right? Alexander Trask. He's just, I have a mission. I want to kill these mutants. I want to stop them from annihilating the human race. I'm serious all the time because that's who I am. But somehow he still kills it. He still kills it. If it had been any other actor, I would have said, no, it's just wooden. It's one note. Who cares? But with Dinklage, you can see that you can see the anger and hatred in his eyes that he has towards the mutants. You just know that he hates them for some reason. And you can also say that he respects them. That he says that they are the natural part of evolution in this world. And it's weird. He does a great job of portraying that character. And like I said, you put Peter Dinklage in anything, he's just going to rock it because he's Peter Dinklage. I mean, Trask is not a small dude. Okay, he's supposed to be like between 6 and 7 foot tall from what I know from the comics. I don't know much, but from what people have told me, what I've researched, Trask is supposed to be tall. He's not supposed to be short person. But there's nothing short about Peter Dinklage's performance. He is one of the best actors in Hollywood, and he just proves that size doesn't matter. Nothing matters. All that matters is your performance, and that's an achievement to behold right there. The fact that this guy can take a character that really, if they're going to be comic accurate, he shouldn't be playing, and kill it and make everybody like it, that just proves how good of an actor he is. And that takes true talent, and that just proves that you don't need stuff like that. And it doesn't have to be all the same. You don't have to have this set character, You just cast the person that's right for the job. And Peter Dinklage definitely was right for the job. Seriously, it was great. You could tell that he was perfect for that role. Bryan Singer just saw him like, yep, that's him. And of course, I'm pretty sure there were a lot of fans who were like, you're casting Peter Dinklage as Trask? That's... What? Then, of course, there's people out there who've seen Game of Thrones. Or anything else that he's been in. And you immediately know, yeah, that's a good decision. But yeah, I still think Tyrion's a better character, but, because Tyrion cusses and swears a lot and fucks hookers, and it's awesome. He's just a more fun character, but playing this serious role, Dinklage did a really good job. I have to say, he was one of my favorites of the picture. And of course, Wolverine. Surprise, surprise, Wolverine was pretty good. And, mainly the movie centered around him. A lot of people, they have to stand for that, but I have no attachment to any other X-Men character. Wolverine's just fucking cool, okay? He just is, and I grew up loving Wolverine, it's just the kid character. You're like, that's awesome. And I like how they're bringing in the more I don't give a fuck aspects of Wolverine. And it started with First Class, when you see Xavier and Magneto, basically. They go into the bar where Wolverine's sitting. It's in that montage when they're finding all the mutants. And he just without looking at Xavier and Magneto, just said, fuck off. That is true Wolverine. And I want to see an R-rated Wolverine movie. Hopefully, the third Wolverine film will be R-rated. Let him drop as many F-bombs as he wants to, get it bloody as all out, and let him go out with a bang. I'm pretty sure that he's going to die in that movie. It's probably going to be, the Death Wolverine saga or something like that. And especially since Hugh Jackman just kind of wants to get out of the character. He says he's only got a few more left in him. He wants to do some more now, but doesn't know how many more he wants to do. I mean, he's been doing this role for 14 years, so that's a lot. That's a long time. That's a long-ass time. And, let's see, what else? Oh, God. Jennifer Lawrence. Oh, you're so beautiful. Seriously, I don't know what it is about her being blonde, but damn, is she hot. I mean, she's pretty damn good looking, like the Hunger Games, stuff like that, when she's got, the brown, brunette hair, but when she's blonde, it's something about that is just really, really attractive. And of course, her doing all the moves as Mystique. Damn. If that was all her, her doing her own choreography, she got some moves. That was some of the best fight sequences in the movie was with Mystique. Especially the way she'd use her legs. I mean, I know in the old movies, like the original trilogy, Mystique was pretty much a badass, but Jennifer Lawrence just brings this bruteness to it. She like, you can always see like the legs are just like wispy, and you see people flying back in the old movies, but she literally like fucking chokes out people with her legs. And that's awesome. Just like stick her foot down and choke them out. And that's really cool. And it really, really does fix all of the problems from the other movies. Seriously. This is Bryan Singer coming in and wiping the slate clean. It's like if 3 and the rest of them never happened. And it's awesome. It's awesome. I'm not going to tell you go into too much detail about the resolution, but if you're diehard X-Men fans and you were severely disappointed with 3, you're gonna fucking love this movie. You are going to fucking love Days of Future Past. So, if you're that kind of person, you've already seen it. So why are you watching this review? You see my beautiful face, but I've changed my rating system. I feel that giving a movie, game, or show a number just a bit arbitrary because it lumps it in to this weird group. And I've decided to take a playbook out of Jeremy John's, he reviews stuff, and I just do one sentence, an action. Something that's easily relatable and doesn't exactly group everything together because, 2 10s might be completely different from one another, but since they're 10s, they're supposed to be equally as good, right? But they could be 10s for completely different reasons. So, my new rating system is, here's the movies. Opening weekend, matinee, wait for Blu-ray, rent, if it's on TV. So, is it good enough to see opening weekend? It's like, oh, it's good, but you should just, catch it on matinee, save you some extra bucks. wait for Blu-ray. Like, you don't need to go watch it in the movies. Just, if you want to watch it, buy it on Blu-ray. It's good enough to buy it on Blu-ray, but not good enough to, to go waste your gas money to go see it at the movies. And rent, it's worth a watch, but you only want to watch it once. And then if it's on TV, it's like, this is free, why not? And of course, if the movie isn't worth watching at all, then it's complete and total shit. I haven't come up with a rating with that, but so every movie that I've seen usually is worth a watch at least once. Except for Men in Black 2. But we won't talk about that. But yeah. That's my review. My review scale. Opening weekend, matinee, wait for Blu-ray rent, or if it's on TV. And as you can see how praise I'm giving this, opening weekend. So you've only got one more day to do that. Now that this review is going up. So go see X-Men Days of Future Past. And I saw it in 3D. And it was post-converted. And that's a bit of a letdown because, it's 20th Century Fox. They are the people who pretty much spearheaded the 3D revolution with Avatar. And of course, it was James Cameron, but they helped with that. And, they have easy access to the 3D cameras. So, it's a bit of a disappointment that they didn't film it in 3D. But there were some decent, sometimes pretty good 3D effects. And like I said, the whole movie is not in 3D. It's more of the immersive 3D. It's the intrusive, not extrusive. Not usually coming out of the screen, but you can see into the screen. And that's what, it's good sometimes. It helps you see into the world. You see the layers. And most of the time, you can see it in the movie. Most of the movie is in 3D, from what I could tell. And there's a few good scenes, like especially when you see Magneto's hands come like this, you could definitely see the depth. And they do come out a little bit, but it's not the really, really poppin' 3D like Prometheus was. Or even though it was post-converted, Tron Legacy. That was a good film to see in 3D because the black and the colors, they popped really good and it made it look awesome in 3D because, the background was either solid black or solid white with colors. And especially when you had the black background with the black suits with the light piping just popped and it looked good. So, usually highly stylized movies, especially like Avatar, they just are good in 3D. But if you've seen a lot of 3D movies, if you like 3D, this is a good post-conversion. But I wouldn't necessarily say, hey, go watch the 3D version. It's the definitive version. Think of 3D as a collector's edition. And this collector's edition, it's got a few nice things in it, but it's slightly overpriced and only has a few things that you want. The rest is garbage. So, there you go. It's decent enough, but yeah, I think Godzilla was a better post-conversion than this. But who knows? Who knows? Like I said, I was just watching it. I didn't really evaluate it that much. Like I said, it is post-converted, so might want to just go see it in 2D. But you definitely need to go see it in opening weekend. So yeah, that's my new review scale. I'll post it in the description down below, just so you know. And yeah, I'll be doing more movie reviews and game reviews. Wolfenstein's gonna go up tomorrow as well. I gotta edit that and record that. But yeah, go see X-Men: Days of Future Past. Seriously, go see it. Oh wait, I gotta make a coda. Either Omega saw it. And the only X-Men movies he's seen is Origins and First Class. He gives it like a 7 out of 10, on that range. He says it was good, but he was a bit disappointed in it, so. And he admits that it's because he has no investment in the characters. He doesn't know what's going on. He doesn't know the wrongs that are being righted. So this is definitely a film for the fans. And as a fan, I am definitely saying, go see this movie now. And of course, if you haven't seen it, Last time I checked, this was only $32 at Walmart. All 6 movies, Blu-ray. Pick it up, binge watch, then go see Days of Future Past. You won't regret. Well, skip Origins, because it sucks and it has no relevance whatsoever, especially now. But yeah, that's it. Like I said, the rating system. Let me show you my horrible ass handwriting. Opening weekend. Yeah. Anyways, please leave a rating down below. Let me know how I'm doing. And subscribe if you like the content, because I'm going to have a lot more stuff like this coming. And yeah, if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, drop them in the comments down below. And yeah, that's it. The Bearded Xeno out.